Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Makeover Monday. This is number 14, stochastic, as in stochastic terrorism. Stochastic terrorism refers to the use of indirect, vague, or coded rhetoric by influential figures to incite random acts of violence against a specific group or individual, making the violence statistically predictable but individually unpredictable, and allowing the instigator plausible deniability. This phenomenon occurs when incendiary rhetoric from a public figure, amplified by media, creates a climate where individuals are primed to commit violence, even without explicit calls to action, often leaving the instigator legally insulated from responsibility. Key characteristics: inflammatory rhetoric. Influential figures use hostile, derogatory, or dehumanizing language to demonize a target group or individual. Plausible deniability. The language used is indirect or coded, enabling the instigator to claim no direct responsibility for the violence that follows. Statistical predictability. The overall outcome, acts of violence, is statistically likely to occur, though the timing, location, and specific perpetrators are not. Individual unpredictability. Unlike direct incitement, it's impossible to predict exactly who will commit the act or when it will happen. Media amplification. Mass media and social media play a critical role in propagating the rhetoric and fostering a climate ripe for violence. How it works. Demonization. A charismatic leader or influential figure uses inflammatory rhetoric to portray a targeted outgroup as a threat or villain. Priming the audience. This rhetoric creates a psychological environment where supporters are easily agitated and predisposed to violent action. Indirect incitement. The instigator's language is ambiguous enough to avoid direct incitement, which carries legal consequences. Lone wolf violence. A few ideologically aligned individuals, often described as lone wolves, perceive the implicit solicitation and commit violent acts against the targeted group. Avoidance of accountability. Because the instigator did not explicitly call for violence, they can often claim ignorance or distance themselves from the resulting acts. And wouldn't you know it, Google is using January 6th as an example. We all know by now that the media has a liberal bias. This should not be a shock to anybody. When thinking about making over this yarn, I wanted to do something incendiary, something a little fiery. The original was pretty fiery, but it didn't have enough oomph. So I wanted to do something that resembled sparks on a dark background. And I think I achieved that goal. I will say, my original vision was not this. The original vision is going to be tweaked and it will come out on Friday. However, I think this is a beautiful version and it is in the shop as such. 20% goes to Turning Point USA through the end of the month in honor of Charlie Kirk. And it will be donated in Autumn Eden Goodman's name, since she has decided to bully those of us who are mourning him. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you learned something today. Bye-bye.